So it's Christopher Hit the Floor magazine, and I'm here with the legend that is DJ Cameo.
Oh, cheers, man.
With his husky, sexy voice today.
I love it, man. I hope you like it too.
Yeah, he's one for the ladies today, so any ladies, or need a quick DJ fix.
You heard him.
He's got the fingers for the scratching.
You know who to holler, and the fingers aren't just good for scratching.
So you said you've been busy in the studio, yeah? What have we been getting up to?
That's right. I've been working on the new project with a lot of the new stars from the UK scene. It's called the FGM project, Future Grime Music. And Mr. Jam, my brethren on One Extra, has been premiering the tracks. And first one was Hold Up, second one was Win, going down really well. And been in the studio working on the other bits and just finishing them all off. Really exciting times.
So have we got any little secrets you can reveal of what's next?
Well, the next track, no one's heard this yet, is going to be featuring Scrufizzer, also Kozzie and Rascals with Dot Rotten. That's a very, very big project, and I'm looking forward to putting that out next week.
Next week is for that one, okay. So
that's right, and straight after that, you're going to have another track, some more exclusives. A track with a brand new singer called Shaduno and one of the hottest rappers on the roads at the moment called Fecky.
Okay. Oh, so we did notice, actually in the new tracks, there's quite a new guy on the scene called Napa.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to tell us a little bit about him? Like, where did you find him?
Napa's just an amazing person. I mean, I found him on Twitter, and he was like, I really like grime, and he just really thinks outside of the box. He's not someone who traditionally, say would like grime, and I was like, okay. Then he showed me his music, and he was like really elegant kind of traditional English kind of music that you'd expect to hear on Capitol or something. Okay. So I was like, well, why do you like grime? He's like, well, I think I can bring something to it. And I was like, all right, let's see what this guy's on about. So I met him. He's a very articulate kind of Oxford, Cambridge type guy. And, I really liked him because he was so intellectual and about music and stuff. So when we went to the studio, he laced these crazy hooks. And they were really singing in an English tone, but talking some real life road stuff in the lyrics. So I was like, oh, I see what you mean. You can actually bring a different element to grime. So we went to the studio and he just started lacing these tracks. And then I passed them on to the MCs, your hardcore real MCs like Maxsta, Dot Rotten, Scrufizzer, Kozzie. And they were like, wow, this guy's amazing. Let's do these tracks. And that's how it all came about. And as soon as people heard the tracks, they were like, we love it. So brilliant.
So he's definitely one to look out for then. He's going to be
definitely.
A lot more from him.
Yeah, I mean, what he's doing at the moment, he's just doing some of these grime tracks, and I know that he's been in the studio with Zed Bias now, Mad Slinky, and those tracks are sounding amazing. I heard some clips, Zed sent me some, and I was like, wow, you're doing that Future Garage as well. So I'm sure Annie Mac and Todd T are going to be loving that, and obviously, his original music, which I can't say too much about, I'm sure will be available later on this year, and that's really going to propel him. And I think he could really be one of the biggest, singers to come out from the UK urban music scene in recent years.
So that's a big claim. So we're looking at
definitely real big things. And I manage and look after a lot of artists, and I feel that he's probably one of the ones that can really cross over worldwide.
Okay. So it's amazing with the urban scene that there's been a lot of artists that have kind of grown from that scene that aren't really related. So people like Ed Sheeran was kind of got big through kind of SBTV and doing things with with grime artists. I mean, why do you think that is? I mean, what is it about the grime scene that kind of welcomes in people from other genres more than others?
Yeah, but what is it, the grime scene? I mean, especially FGM now, the Future Grime movement, which Ed's a part of with Dot. What it is that with grime, it's like a blank canvas. It's just there. Do you know what I mean? Anyone and everybody is able to maybe produce a track and maybe get it spun, maybe vocal a track, because traditionally the grime scene, this is not FGM, the old grime scene, a lot of the tracks weren't produced or mastered at a high level. So that enables fresh new people and people at the early stages of music to really experiment with it. Without, it's like difference between playing football and cricket. If you play football, you just need a ball and some goalposts. Could be your jumper, could be sticks. If you're playing cricket now, you need to spend some money. You need some pads, you need the whites, you need a cricket bat, you need some gloves. Grime's like that. You don't need anything. Just your voice or your little laptop making a few beats, and you're in.
So with everything going on in grime this year, I mean, obviously with FGM and everything, I mean, do you think this year could be the time where we're going to see grime hit hit the mainstream? Is it going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting you say that because Mr. Jab said that on his show. I mean, we've had grime artists, like you said, become big stars, but they're, doing pop music that they don't really like themselves. But it's just doing the job to, for the labels to get the success that they ultimately do deserve because they've been in the game. But I think with FGM and with what's happening with grime now, with it being song-based tracks, which is what Mr. Jam highlighted, with people like NASA getting involved and providing these amazing spitters and barrers with hooks, and amazing production from people like Dot and Paperboy, and having these tracks really mastered and engineered to a high level that can be on par with your Kendrick Lamar's and A$AP Rocky's. It's the first time in a long time where I think that grime has actually got a chance to try and chart and be grime, but not your traditional, underproduced, shouting music. This is now new, polished off grime, as Mr. Jam and One Extra are saying, which can really go far.
I'd personally like to see Terminator take on the top 10.
Would you really? That would be brilliant, I think.
The charts need a bit of dark side, I think.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, maybe one day we can get to that. But first, we've got to try and open the doors.
Terminator and Ellie Goulding kind of mash-up or something.
Now, that would be unique.
See it happening. So obviously, you're obviously spearheading the party over in Napa, Summer Love Festival. Amazing. I mean, what people got to expect? Why should people head over to Napa to check this out?
I think, it's been a work in progress. I mean, I started doing Napa and running the events over there in 2007 when I brought over the people like, your boy Better Knows, Roll Deeps, and gave them platforms then. And since then, it's steadily progressed. And over the last year or so, we worked on a brand new venue on the beach, which is probably the most amazing venue I've ever seen. Out to the Milas family for making that happen. And it's idyllic, it's picturesque, it's like paradise. You've got white sand, massive, great stage with great lighting and sound system. Then you've got the blue water and the rocks on the side. And I thought this is the best place for UK urban music because, you've got David Guetta and all that who run Ibiza, and then you've got all the rappers from America that run Miami. So now, this is a place traditionally which has been for UK urban music, was so solid in that. It's now coming back, and I thought, let me put on a festival, which is what I did last year. That's where the name Summer Love came from. And I brought Wretch, Chasing Status, and Miss Dynamite over. And it was a big success. And we had 2,000 people. So this year I thought, let's elevate that. Let's bring the biggest A-listers like Tiny Temper and Labyrinth and see if they want to do it. And they were like, you know what, Cam, I've seen what you've done. It looks amazing. We want to be a part of this journey. So now they've got involved. And you've got Angel as well. I think Wretch Free Tuesday, Adam Deek is going to be hosting it again. And I think it's something that you really should come to because it's history in the making. This really is going to be the place where you'll be talking about in years to come as the UK haven for urban music. And with the A-listers that are there now, the show is going to be amazing. I mean, can you imagine what it's going to be like when Tiny and Labyrinth perform Pass Out and all their hits together on the same stage under the stars on a beautiful beach and it's 40 degrees?
It's going to be good.
It's going to be amazing. And of course, I can't forget the ladies. Remember, I've got a husky voice.
Do you find it kind of doing stuff in Napa? I mean, does it very much kind of bring in a UK crowd, or do you find that there are kind of people from kind of Europe kind of go, I'm a bit interested in this, I want to see a bit of grime, a bit of that kind of stuff? Do you see? Is that going to happen, or is it mainly kind of UK crowd? No, it's definitely going to happen this year. I mean, I saw it last year with Chasing Status. They've got a worldwide fan base, and they brought people, from Israel over, Cypriots. We have a lot of Swedish people that come to Summer Love because they love UK music anyway, and there's a big Swedish contingent in Napa. And we've also had a lot of Italians that come over there, and we also had a lot of Egyptians and people from Dubai, and obviously mainland Europe, people like from Bulgaria, Polish. They're all coming over to Napa, and I think what it is this year, in particular with Tiny Temper and Labyrinth, they are worldwide stars, and they're recognised as being UK exports. And with them coming over there, we've seen a massive increase in Europeans kind of saying, wow, what's this? I want to go to this. And our idea is as well to go and see these big stars and perform their big hits, but also get a taster of some of the other UK acts they may not have heard of, like Dot Rottens and Scrufizzers, who are on the fringes of becoming big stars. So it is going to be a big European crowd there, and that is a lot thanks to your Tinies and Labyrinths. That's good then. So we're going to get people introduced to a whole new style of music. So if you're in Europe, then get over to Napa basically.
Definitely.
It's going to be a sick party.
It is going to be amazing, and you know, obviously, you know, it's summertime. There's no point of getting a ticket to go to the mud bath at Glastonbury. If you're in Europe, you might as well head over to the beach in Napa and see the same big UK acts.
Party with this man. It's going to be good. What other stuff have you got going on yourself, obviously, outside of all the things I spoke to? Have you got any other projects going on?
I mean, at the moment, I'm really concentrating on the FGM project. I mean, obviously, I managed Scrufizzer. We just signed a deal with Black Butter, which is an amazing thing. And really looking forward to working that project with the team, Henry Ollie, Ian Watt, and Alex. And we've got big things planned for that. I'm really excited about what he's doing. He's about to drop a very, very big tune, and the video is going to be even bigger. So for the next couple of months, I'll be working that. The Summer Love Festivals, of course, in Napa. I'll also be running Club Ice in Napa on Mondays every week, and Black and White on Thursdays. And in between that, I'm in talks myself to be signed as DJ Cameo Presents. Obviously, I'm doing the DJ Khaled thing in the UK. A lot of labels are interested, and I'm working on my album now and trying to close the deals to get this music out.
So much going on.
So much. It's
craziness.
Craziness. And you know, I love it. And in between all that, I need to go shopping, right? I need to go shopping. I can't wait to go shopping. I love shopping in the summer.
What are you going to buy? Just summer clothes?
Summer clothes, obviously. You know, I love my polos. I love my Vans and my Nike Janoskis. So I need to get more.
Endorsements.
It's not endorsements, because I actually buy that stuff. You know, big up to Nana at Nike, all the crew. Obviously, I love my Nike, it's my favourite brand. But, you know, nothing wrong with some new shorts, maybe some new kettles on my wrist. Hold tight,
hook me up as well. I could do some new clothes.
If you're coming to Summer Love, I will, I promise. If you come there, I will make sure you got a Summer Love t-shirt.
Sounds good. I'll do my best. I'll look at flights.
Okay,
amazing. Are there any last messages you want to send out at all?
All I would say is, you know, make sure everybody have a good summer, and if you are looking to go anywhere this year, make sure you go to Summer Love. It's going to be an epic spectacle featuring some of the biggest A-listers and the freshest new talent that's coming through, and we're going to make sure it's a show that you never forget. Be a part of history.
You can't go wrong with that, can you? Thanks very much for your time, man. It's been an utter pleasure.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Brilliant.